red everywhere, fear everywhere, but on top of that, opportunity is everywhere. While others are panicking, I am deploying thousands and thousands of dollars in cash in order to purchase assets that are allowing me to be financially free. Hey everyone, my name is Isaiah, and in this video, I'm going to talk about all the purchases I've made so far this week, and I have made a ton of them. So, if you would, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment down below what purchases you've made so far this week. I know it's been a red week, but in my opinion, it's not a time for fear, it's a time for opportunity. And I'm taking advantage of it. And if it continues to go down more, I'll continue to make more purchases. So let's dive right into my account. The first way I generate income is by selling cash secured puts and selling covered calls. When you sell a cash secured put, you're agreeing to buy a stock for a predetermined price. And when you sell a covered call, you're agreeing to sell a stock for a predetermined price. In either scenario, you get paid money up front, a credit. I take that money and I reinvest it into, let's get past all my open options here, into monthly paying dividend stocks. The reason I'm investing into monthly paying dividend stocks is I want to be able to live off of the monthly payers if I need to. I want to be able to generate enough income through monthly paying dividend funds to cover all of my bills. And for me, that's about $2,800. And in order to get to that point, I need to be consistent with my purchases because it's not about trying to time the market. It's about being in the market for long periods of time. And when you're in the market, I don't sit on my hands, I make daily purchases. So let's first take a look at Cornerstone funds. I have two of them. I have CRF, CLM. My end goal is to have 3,000 shares of each of these. Over the last couple days, because of how low these funds have dropped, I have deployed probably $500-600 into each of them. And I want to show my trade history here. You see 50 shares, 50 shares, 20, 20. And even when it's not down, I'm making purchases. You see 5 shares, 1 share. I'm being consistent with my purchases. So I'm up to 2,200 shares. That is going to get me right around $230 for the month. That's awesome. That is putting me on track for that 2,800. Every month, I want to be able to increase my monthly payouts. And before I talk about my next investment, I want to give a quick shout out to the best group in YouTube, the Premium Generals. So let me jump over there. In the Premium Generals group, it's an exclusive group where I post private educational content such as how to sell cash secured puts, how to sell covered calls, how to do credit spreads, debit spreads, the strangle method, and also private portfolio updates. Any move I'm making, when I make it, I post it in our Discord. I have a Discord group exclusive for the Premium Generals. It's $10 for the month. Come check it out. There are over 100 videos in there, a lot of educational ones, a lot of portfolio updates, also access to the Discord, any moves I'm making, and open for discussion. You want to chat amongst other people that want to grow and succeed. We can all do it together. So come check us out. We'd love to have you. And with that being said, let's get back into the video. Okay, we're back in the portfolio. We had just talked about CRF, one of the cornerstones. The other is CLM. I have been making quite a few purchases on this because, one, it's significantly below my average cost. And I was trailing behind CRF. I had gotten that to 2,000 shares, and this was only at about 1,650. But over the span of the last 3 days or so, 2 days actually, look at these block purchases, 30 shares, 20 shares, 50 shares, 10 shares, deploying cash continuously in order to make these purchases. I want to make these purchases in order to set myself up for future success. Do I think these will go down for a while longer? Yeah, I think they do. But I think what will happen is CLM, and again, guys, remember, nothing I say is financial advice. This is just my opinion. I'm a guy on YouTube documenting my journey. What I think is going to happen, I think CRF is going to get back over $8. It'll float around that $8 range. That's usually its sweet spot. And I think CLM will shoot up around to $8.20 825, 830, somewhere in there. That's kind of its sweet spot. And I think that's where it hangs out. And so I want to accumulate as many shares as I can while I'm in this position in order to, one, lower my cost average, but also be able to accumulate more shares at a more reasonable price. So next month when I get my dividend payout from this, I'm sorry, not next month, this month, we're in February, when I get my dividend payout from these funds, I'm going to have I might even have over $500 between the two of them, which, again, that is trending in an amazing direction towards my $2,800 for the monthly payers. Next is PDI. This is really the only one that has not gone down that much in the portfolio. I wanted to get to 1,000 shares, which is, PDI is pretty consistent with their dividends, almost always 22 cents a month. So this is going to be $220 I'll get paid out for the month. Add into, let's just round down for the Cornerstone funds, and let's go $220 each. That'll put me around $660 for the month in monthly pairs. Again, that's not all of them. That's just 3 of them there. Next, we're moving down to T-SPY, and I'm very proud of myself on this one. I wanted to get to 200 shares before ex-div day because last month I had 100 shares. So in a month, I picked up over 100 shares, and I made it. Got a payout of $60, which last month, my first month of this in the account, I got $30. So I doubled my payout. So now you add the $60 onto the, let's say, $660 of the other monthly payers, and now we're looking at around $720 for the month. That's amazing, but it's not done yet. We're still going. The next one is ORC. We already had our ex-div for this one, and this is one that I want to get to 500 shares, but I'm sticking to my strategy of not making any purchases until it comes back down to around that 722 range. But once it does, I will continue to add to this position to try to trend toward $500. But we're getting $48 this month. I only got around 35, I think, last month. So an increase there in this $48 will put me at around 700. And again, some of these are hypothetical guesstimates because they haven't had ex-div yet. This will put me around $760. And then we go down to TDAC, another new one for the portfolio for monthly pairs. Let's get down there. Boom, TDAC, there we go. So I now have 100 shares. My goal was to get this to 100 shares, and now that I'm here, I might as well just keep making purchases into it. But I don't remember how many I had last month. Let me take a look here. You guys can see these big purchases. Like I said, I am deploying tons of cash because I think this is a good opportunity. I never panic. I've been investing for about 18 years, and I never panic when the market pulls back. It's just, it needs it. So last month, January, I had 21 shares, and I got around $7.93. This month, I already am up to 100 shares. Actually, shoot, I was going to look there. Sorry, I was going to look at how much I got paid out last month because that'll give me a guesstimate for this month. I'm just kind of basing my numbers on the previous month. So 37 cents. So let's say I get $37. That puts us at $790. Yeah, right, almost $800. And again, that's right now, and we're still at the beginning of February. I still have plenty of purchases that I'm going to make, and my guesstimates could be on the low end. So the first month I added monthly pairs to this portfolio, I got paid out $530. The next month, last month, January, I got paid out $700. This month, I'm hoping by the end of the month, we're at over $800. I would be very happy if I could somehow get to $850. I don't think I will, but I'm going to trend in that direction. And every month, I'm not going to get that much of an increase. I'll eventually run out of cash to deploy. But But I'm going to continue to make profits through selling options and some weekly pay and dividend funds to generate income. Take that income and then reinvest it into these monthly payers so that I can be financially free off of monthly pay and dividend funds. Again, I'm still generating income elsewhere, but I want to have this as a nice backbone of the portfolio. And every single month, I would like to get that payout increased. So right now we started with 530. We got up to 700. I'm guesstimating between 800 and 850 this month. And I would love to continue trending up. Maybe every month we go up $100 in monthly pairs. I don't expect it to be that, but for example, that would that would roughly mean about 20 months, which investing wise, that's not that long. I would reach my goal of $2,800 a month in monthly paying dividends. Again, that's not all I'm making in the month. That is just for the if needed to live out of this particular account. So that's my plan for this account in a nutshell. Let's take a look at the S&P 500 to see how far down it went. Yeah, I mean, wow, 671 down, 2 points after hours with an even bigger downfall. A lot's going on. Crypto's bleeding. Everything, in my eyes, I think it's great. And I know a lot of people that are investing are really new in the last couple of years. So when you experience your first downturn or your first, stock pullback, it's intimidating, and I understand that. But my opinion on these things is you need to be consistent. And if you have confidence in your purchases, then it doesn't really matter to you, or it shouldn't, if you're going up or down. Because when it's up, all right, you're celebrating, but you're not really growing as fast as you could be. When it's down, these are when we make our purchases, at least heavier purchases. I do believe you should never try to time the market, but just make your purchases consistently. And if you do that, I believe we can all win in the long run. So with that said, I truly appreciate you, especially if you made it this far in the video. I'm long-winded, so I know it's a lot to get through. But I appreciate you. Love to have you as part of the channel, but then also as a member of the Premium Generals. Either capacity would be amazing. Both would be even better. So with that said, I'll see you in the next one.